In this video, we're tackling Martin Scorsese's epic historical drama, Gangs of New York from 2002, and asking the question, under the hood, has America changed much in 2026? This movie is a brutal, blood-soaked look at 19th century America, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Cameron Diaz, and the absolute legend Daniel Day-Lewis as the unforgettable Bill the Butcher. We're focusing heavily on Bill the Butcher today, the man, the myth, the menace, while weaving in the story of the infamous 5 Points District and why it was ground zero for gang warfare. First things first, let's set the stage with the 5 Points. Picture this. It's the 1840s to 1860s in Lower Manhattan, where 5 streets converged to form a chaotic crossroads: Anthony, Orange, Cross, Little Water, and Mulberry. This wasn't just any neighborhood. It was a notorious slum, teeming with immigrants from Ireland, Germany, Italy, and beyond, all crammed into crumbling tenements. Poverty was rampant, disease spread like wildfire. Think cholera outbreaks that wiped out thousands, and unemployment fueled desperation. Why was this area so notorious for gang trouble? Well, 5 Points was a pressure cooker of social tensions. Waves of immigrants clashed over jobs, territory, and survival. Nativist groups, who hated the newcomers, formed gangs to protect American interests, while immigrant factions banded together for self-defense. The area was lawless. Police were corrupt or absent, and violence was the currency. Gangs like the Dead Rabbits, Bowery Boys, and the Natives ruled through intimidation, extortion, and bloody street brawls. It was a place where a wrong look could get you shivved, and riots erupted over everything from politics to religion. Charles Dickens himself visited and called it a den of thieves. This is the powder keg where the movie Gangs of New York explodes from and onto our movie screens. The film kicks off in 1846 with a massive gang war in Paradise Square, the heart of 5 Points. We see Priest Valland, leader of the Irish immigrant gang, the Dead Rabbits, facing off against Bill the Butcher Cutting, the ruthless boss of the nativist Native Americans gang. Bill, played with terrifying intensity by Daniel Day-Lewis, is a towering figure, one-eyed, with a handlebar mustache, top hat, and a collection of knives that could stock a butcher shop. He's not just a thug, he's a philosopher of violence, a self-proclaimed guardian of true American values against the foreign hordes. In this opening brawl, blades clash, blood sprays, and the snow turns red. Priest Valland fights valiantly, but Bill delivers the killing blow with his signature meat cleaver. Young Amsterdam Valland, Priest's son, watches his father die and swears revenge. After his father's death, Amsterdam is carted off to a reformatory on Blackwell's Island, where he spends 16 years hardening into a man fueled by hate and revenge towards Bill the Butcher. Now, let's zoom in on Bill the Butcher. Oh man, Daniel Day-Lewis absolutely owns this role. He learned actual butchering skills and stayed in character the whole shoot. Bill is the film's dark heart, charismatic, eloquent, and utterly savage. He's a nativist to the core, despising immigrants, especially the Irish, whom he sees as invaders diluting America's purity. But he's complex. He honors his enemies, like keeping Priest Valland's razor as a trophy, and he has a twisted code of honor. Bill runs 5 Points like a kingpin. By day, he's a literal butcher, hacking meat in his shop. By night, he's the enforcer for Tammany Hall, the corrupt political machine led by Boss Tweed. He uses his gang to rig elections, intimidate voters, and crush rivals. Bill's philosophy? Fear is the only thing that keeps the peace. He's got quotable lines flittered like blood-soaked confetti throughout the movie, like when he says, "I know your works. You are neither cold nor hot. So because you are lukewarm and neither hot nor cold, I will spew you out of my mouth."
To defeat my enemy, I extinguish his life, consume him as I consume these flames, in honor of Priest Valland.
Biblical fire, right? But beneath the bravado, there's vulnerability. His glass eye, etched with an American eagle, hides the scar from a fight he lost, symbolizing his fragile patriotism. Fast forward to 1862. Amsterdam, now grown and played by Leo DiCaprio, returns to 5 Points incognito. As a backdrop to this time in American history, the Civil War rages and the draft looms, adding fuel to the fire. DiCaprio as Amsterdam gets to work immediately and begins to infiltrate Bill's inner circle, posing as a loyal recruit. He witnesses Bill's world, the opulent saloons, the bare-knuckle fights, the political scheming. Enter Jenny Everdeen, a pickpocket and grifter played by Cameron Diaz. She's Bill's sometime paramour, but sparks fly with Amsterdam, complicating everything. As Amsterdam rises in Bill's ranks, we see the butcher's softer side. He mentors the young man, unaware of his true identity. Bill throws legendary parties, like the one where he demonstrates knife throwing on a target, nearly hitting Jenny. He's got flair, dressed in stars and stripes outfits, quoting Shakespeare while gutting foes. But tension builds. Amsterdam saves Bill's life during an assassination attempt by a rival, earning trust but deepening his internal conflict. Revenge or loyalty? Meanwhile, 5 Point simmers. Gangs feud over turf. The Dead Rabbits reform under Amsterdam's secret guidance, clashing with Bill's natives. Political corruption peaks. Boss Tweed, portrayed by Jim Broadbent, manipulates elections with Bill's muscle. The draft riots loom. Poor immigrants resent being forced to fight a war while the rich buy exemptions for $300. Amsterdam's plan unfolds. He reveals himself to Bill during a dramatic theater performance of Uncle Tom's Cabin, where an actor playing Lincoln is targeted. Bill's rage is volcanic. Betrayal cuts deep. The two become mortal enemies, echoing the father-son dynamic Bill unknowingly craved. The powder keg ignites with the New York draft riots of 1863, real historical events that killed over 100 people. Mobs rampage through the city, lynching black citizens, burning buildings, and attacking the elite. In the film, this chaos overlaps with the gang's final showdown. Amsterdam challenges Bill to a gang war in Paradise Square, just like 16 years prior. And now, we arrive at the defining scene of the movie, the epic, tragic climax that ties everything together. As the riots rage, cannons from Union warships bombard the city to quell the uprising. Amsterdam and Bill face off amid the smoke and rubble of 5 Points. It's not the glorious battle they envisioned. It's messy, interrupted by explosions. Bill, wounded by shrapnel, confronts Amsterdam.
Thank God.
He gasps.
I die a true American.
Amsterdam stabs him, ending the cycle of vengeance. But in a poignant twist, as Bill dies in Amsterdam's arms, he whispers, "We all come from the same place." The old world crumbles. Modernity rises. The film closes with a time-lapse of New York evolving into the modern skyline, graves of Bill and Priest side by side, overgrown and forgotten. What a powerhouse ending. It captures the futility of hate, the birth of a nation from blood, and Bill's enduring legacy as a symbol of America's dark underbelly. The closing scenes hover on the growing New York skyline that dramatically transforms. The Brooklyn Bridge rises, skyscrapers emerge, the Empire State Building towers, and the World Trade Center appears, symbolizing a century of urban evolution. Amsterdam's narration reflects that the dead would be as though we were never here. The closing words underscore how the visceral tribal violence, nativism versus immigration, ethnic hatred, class rage, fades into obscurity beneath layers of concrete and steel. Yet this very erasure raises profound questions about modern America. Have we truly progressed beyond the 19th century cycles of xenophobia, mob violence, and resentment toward outsiders? The film's nativist versus immigrant clash mirrors persistent debates over who belongs in America, from anti-Irish sentiment then to contemporary immigration battles of present-day America. The draft riots' racial targeting of black New Yorkers echoes ongoing racial tensions and unrest. The skyline's rise suggests civilization builds over bloodshed, but the forgotten graves imply history's lessons are buried, not learned, setting the stage for repetition. In showing America's foundation forged in the streets, in the clash of immigrant groups, in a bloody Darwinian struggle, Scorsese challenges viewers to realize that our gleaming cities are built on unresolved conflicts, and implies that without acknowledging this violent birth, modern America risks forgetting, and thus reliving, the same divisions. And this is where we find modern-day America. We are no further forward in understanding who is driving our divisions, and we deserve what we get.